Use your difference to make a difference. A video presented by Use Your Difference Media and immigrationart@gmail.com. Because Immigration Art is an attorney at law and there are all sorts of rules governing the legal profession, we're compelled to give you this disclaimer to read. It's very boring, and thank goodness it's almost over. My name is Art Serratelli, and this is not only just another immigration art video, it's an immigration art video created in collaboration with UYDMagazine. Use your difference to make a difference. This organization is started by a young man I've worked with in connection with immigration and immigration advice. And the organization is a good organization. It reminds us that America is filled with people from some other place. The only people who were here at the beginning were the Native American Indians. The topic of today's video is empathy. Empathy. I'm going to recreate here a little portion of what I say on college campuses. I'm an immigration attorney, and what I do for a living is I go focus on international students in American colleges and universities and offer them advice on campus through presentations, in individual meetings. I offer advice over the phone, over Skype, over email, social media, you name it. Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube, LinkedIn. I offer advice free of charge. All I do every day is work for free. Now that statement I just made should raise at least two questions in your mind. One, is this guy nuts? He works for free? How does he make a living? That doesn't seem to match. And two, if he does this and it works, why on earth is he doing it? And the answer is empathy. Now, what's empathy got to do with using your difference to make a difference? That is the question we're going to answer after you hear my story. If I were in the shoes of an international student in the United States, I'd be overwhelmed. I'd be overwhelmed. International students are in a country that is not their own, functioning in a culture that could be extremely new, taking tests in English, reading textbooks in English. And then after the college experience comes to a close and there's graduation, the international student needs to find a job in America if that's part of the international student's career goals. But finding a job in America, if you're from another country, is harder today in the 21st century than when it was back in the 1800s when we had the Statue of Liberty that really meant something back then. What do I mean by that? We really did, in the days when the Statue of Liberty meant, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. We accepted them. My great-grandparents came here, they went through Ellis Island, they saw the Statue of Liberty, and all they had to do to get a green card was to show up, not have tuberculosis, and not have head lice, and they were in. They were in. Now I'm oversimplifying, but that's essentially right. Today, international students with master's degrees and PhDs are having a hard time harder than it should be to stay here after they've been educated here. Empathy. Young men and women who are highly educated and highly motivated not only have to go through the job interview process proving that they're the best candidate for the job, then there's a whole nother level of stress, a whole nother level. They've got to explain to a typical mid-size American company that the visa process is, quote, not that big a deal. And the typical American mid-sized company, and that's where all the jobs are, in mid-sized companies, the American company doesn't know about the American immigration laws. Oftentimes, the company asks the student, hey, what is the American immigration system all about? The American says that to the student from China, or India, or Pakistan, or Bangladesh, or France, Germany, Italy, the United Kingdom. It's not fair, but it's the reality that we face. And what do I know? Empathy. Empathy. Someone has to understand and someone needs to listen and help to the best of their ability. And that's me. Because if it's not me, then who? And if it's not me now, then when? So here's what I do. And I think having children makes this more real for me. Every international student I work with, in a nutshell, confronts the following issues. They've been given great immigration advice provided by the college or university where they studied in America. Once they graduate, they're thrown to the wolves. And regular immigration lawyers with no empathy, a regular immigration lawyer sees those people as money. You want to ask me some questions? Ding, ding, pay me $300. No. What I do is empathize and try to help as many people as possible. It's high volume. I talk to international students constantly. I probably talk on the phone to 1,400 students a year. I probably answer emails and Skype and Facebook messages and LinkedIn messages, maybe 50 a day. I'm not kidding. And I do this because every student is the child of some parent like me, somewhere halfway around the world. That parent is worried crazy about that son or daughter. That parent and the parent's brothers and sisters and maybe a grandma, they're worried about this young person in America. It's their family. And if I can't help that student and empathize with that family, that they have all their hopes and dreams for that young person's future in America, if I can't empathize with that, then I'm not human. So, if I give everybody free advice, 10%, 15% of the people eventually hire me. So the people who hire me pay my bills, and everybody else gets free advice and good, complete, sincere advice. Everybody needs to be treated with simple human dignity, compassion, and empathy. Now, what's empathy got to do with using your difference to make a difference? Using your difference to make a difference. I'm different. I'm not normal. If you haven't determined that already, I'm not normal. And who else is different? The international student is different because they're not American. And that's a strength. I make a difference by being different. I'm not out to make every last penny. How much money do I need? If I can make an impact in this world by helping the children of other parents, in addition to helping my own children, that increases my impact in this world tremendously. Not only am I different, the international students are different, and they bring a different perspective to our workplace. They bring a different work ethic, a different set of eyes to old American problems. That's the beauty of America. From many, we are one. That's what the Statue of Liberty means. That's what we're all about, the melting pot. It's not just empty rhetoric. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Google was founded by a Russian immigrant. An astounding number of United States registered patents were created, filed, and approved for foreign-born scientists and inventors. Albert Einstein, was he born in America? No. There are so many examples where America is better off because people who are different come to America and use their difference to make a difference. And I, in my own small way, am trying to help as many people as I can. And I do it differently than everybody else. And my difference, hopefully, will make a difference. Thank you for this opportunity to share what I do every day at work. And it's not work, it's a calling.